Men don't know how to plan dates, but they sure do know how to plan fucking you without a condom. Oh, they didn't need a planning for that. That's the matter of fact, that's the only thing they know how to plan. When I see you, I'm gonna. But a nigga can't ever plan a date without saying, needing some sort of help. Bitch, you are useless than a motherfucker. Useless.
You know, recently I had a conversation with a guy, and on the call he was going off about all of the reasons that he thought that I would make a good partner. In my head, I was like, it sounds like you're reading off my fucking Instagram page. And I hear everything that you're saying, and that's all great. I know what I bring to the table, but what are you going to do for me? What value are you going to bring into my life? Because I am somebody who is extremely independent. I've had to do everything on my own, stand on my own 2 feet. I've been through a lot of trauma. If you're not coming into my life and adding value, you don't belong here.
Yeah, why did this guy slide in my DMs and he said, let me come over and see you? I replied, how is you dumb? Why would I let you do that? Why? And then he wanted to text back, well, I was gonna bring food. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if it was Gordy Ramsay himself who cooked that motherfucking meal. If you wanna fucking see me, bitch, you can plan a fucking date. Inviting yourself over to my motherfucking apartment where I pay all the motherfucking bills. Bitch, is you dumb for real? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, guys, I think you finally succeeded. I think I have lost the absolute last shred of hope I had that there's still good men left in the world. Just went on a date. I thought it was going well. Talked nonstop, not me, back and forth for over an hour. And then all of a sudden he had to take a call from a client. And he never fucking came back. And I got stuck with a $90 tab for his beers and pizza. So, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. 4B movement all the fucking way from here on out. You guys suck.
Men are always talking about what do women bring to the table, but what do you bring to the table? I went on a date with a guy last night who brought literally nothing to the table. He wasn't cute. He didn't have money. He wasn't that smart. He couldn't fix anything. He said he could barely take care of himself. Didn't really know how to raise an animal. He brought nothing to the table. He was so lackluster, but yet he expected a woman that brought like everything to the table. He said that he wanted a woman who works. He wanted a woman who is doing something with her life. A homeless guy came up to us and I felt like I was gonna have to be the one to defend us. So not only do you not have money, or you're not cute, you don't bring anything to the table, but you also can't even like protect a woman, you know? It's just like, guys need to bring stuff to the table too.
I swear nothing turns a woman off more than a stingy man. A man filled with stinginess, okay? Because if you have the resources, and it doesn't mean you have to be like going so above and beyond that you can barely survive yourself. I'm not saying that, but you should be spoiling your woman, like a little something here and there, spoiling her for Christmas, for birthdays, whatever it is, whatever you can do, you should be doing the best that you can. At the end of the day, it's a thought that counts. And a man who makes an effort to show his appreciation, to give you a little something, women see that and women love that. But a man who doesn't do that and has the resources to do it, he's on the other team. He's playing for the other team. Someone had to say it. Because what do you mean you're not spoiling your lady? What do you mean? I just don't get that. I love to see a wife who you can tell is so spoiled by her man. And I'm not saying the man has nothing and he just gives his wife everything. I'm not saying that. But you can tell. You guys know what I'm talking about. You can tell that he freaking adores, loves his wife, and spoils his wife. I love to see that. Love to see it. It shows a lot. Those are acts of service, and if your woman doesn't care about like material items, that's fine. But whatever you gotta do, you gotta put some effort in. You gotta put some work in, okay, buddy? Okay? Because stinginess in a man is like, the worst.
So I tried to have a Hinge date, and he messaged me and was like, hey, I'm still down to go if you are. And I was like, yeah, of course. And he said, I actually just lost my credit and debit cards and I'm waiting for them to come back in the mail. Is there any way that you can pay and I'll give you cash later? I said, yeah, of course. Just meet me at the restaurant. I'm not going to the restaurant. Because what the fuck do you mean? What do you mean? I don't even actually want to meet you. I'm literally just here for free food. And you're telling me I have to pay? And then see you again to get cash? Absolutely not. Sounds like a scam if you ask me.
Okay, so y'all, I just recently started back dating like 6 months ago. And one thing that I've noticed after taking like a 2-year break from sex and dating and men is that now that I'm coming back, a lot of men like to plan low effort dates because they want to test you and make sure that you're not using them for money, which I think is so strange because they don't even really be having no money, or we got the same amount of money. So it's like, I don't know. But like, I've had somebody say, oh, let's go for a walk. Why the fuck would I want to go for a walk with a man as a first date? Or, oh, let's do a gym date as a first date. Why would I want to be in the gym with a man for the first date? I just don't get how we gonna get to know each other, because I really be focusing. I really don't want to talk when I'm in the gym. So it's just kind of like, what's going on? I feel like the first date sets the tone for like the amount of energy that you are willing to put into me. Now, I ain't saying you gotta do an expensive date, but I feel like a well thought out planned date, like, oh, let's do bowling and dinner. Something simple, but something thoughtful, and something like that shows that you actually want to get to know me. But because money is such a big topic, I feel like a lot of men are just trying to test women, and that's why I think the dating scene is just bad right now. But I could be tripping. What y'all think?
Y'all want to know what today's problem in society is? It's the fact that nobody wants to court somebody. Like, y'all are so scared to court somebody, to pursue somebody, to have a conversation with somebody. And I don't understand why. Like, you guys don't know how to just be friends with somebody. You guys don't know how to, like, be romantic. Like, what? Why do you guys lack being romantic? I'm a fucking trick, bro. I'm a trick when I'm courting somebody. And it sucks because I want to be all in, but they hold back, and then I gotta hold back because they're holding back, and it's just a fucking never-ending cycle. And I don't want to be like, I don't want to be that way. Like, you court me, I court you. Let's make this. Let's do this.
I'm no longer helping men ask me out. What do I mean by that? Oftentimes on the Hinge dating app, you'll be texting with a guy who like dances around wanting to go out with you, but like won't directly say it, and will just like keep texting you and like try to get you to ask them out, basically. And I feel like it often like will be like, oh, well, like, let me know when you're free. And it's like, oh, like, I'll be free Tuesday. And they'll be like, oh, that's cool. Hello? Like, do you want me to make the plan? Like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. Or it'll be like, oh, have you ever been to this sushi spot? It looks so good. And I'll be like, no, like, it does look really good. And he'll be like, totally. Like, what are we doing here? In the past, I definitely think I would have, like, when I was younger, I would have been like, oh, we should go sometime. Like, let's do it. Like, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, no, if you're not going to just, like, be direct and ask me out on a date, like, I'm not doing this. And you would say, Kelly, you could ask him out. I don't want to do that. If we met off of Hinge, I'm not asking you out. Sorry, like, that's not happening. Like, if you, like, especially if you're sending me the, like, not always, of course, it just is insane, and I'm no longer helping men ask me out, and that's okay. Like, if you don't want to ask me out, you don't have to, obviously, but it'll be, like, so clear when they're dancing around trying to get you to ask them out.
People wonder why the birth rate is declining because men don't know how to fucking talk to women. Literally stopped texting a guy because I said, so when are we gonna go on a date? Got confused. He was like, I don't know what you mean. They want me to spell shit out for them, and then I do, and then they still don't do anything about it. And the crazy thing is, then they act mad when I don't fucking respond to their text, and it's like, what do you want me to do, sir? I tried to spell it out for you, and you literally couldn't compute.
One time when I was 21, I was dating a guy, and I asked him one time why he never pulled out a chair for me or opened my car door or really held any door open for me in general. He looked me dead in my face and said, "You're an adult grown woman with 2 functioning arms. Why would I do that?" I thought that was pretty crazy, pretty rude, pretty disrespectful. Fast forward, I'm 25 years old. I start dating another guy, and I tell him this story to kind of gauge, like, where are you at? If you agree with him, maybe I should rethink some things. But nope, he says, oh, wow, that's so crazy. Like, how could he do that? Perfect. 2 months into our relationship, this man has yet to do a single one of those things. So I confront him, and I'm like, hey, how come you never do any of these things? He almost gives me the exact same answer as my other ex-boyfriend. I'm staring at him, and I'm just like, are you, like, I'm waiting for it to click, you know? Like, I'm waiting for him to remember that I've actually, like, come to him before and, like, brought this up as a behavior that I found very disrespectful, and it did not click. I actually had to refresh his memory. And he, like, had no real defense other than I'm an independent woman and I can do things myself, so.
I'm being dead serious. I'm not even trying to be an asshole at all right now by saying this. I personally have never come across a drop-dead gorgeous man, like someone who you're just like, oh, damn, he is fine, that doesn't open their mouth and talk and immediately I get the ick. They're either just like not well spoken, they're straight up fucking dumb, or arrogant. Every gorgeous guy I've met has had a really shitty personality. I really wish I could find a gorgeous, fine man who was so emotionally intelligent, who was well spoken, who had a good personality, who wasn't so full of himself. Where are the gorgeous men at that have a fucking brain? Like, please.
I will ask my man to do anything for me, but I swear to you, the moment that he asks me to do anything, I'm irritated. And it could be the simplest task, like, oh, could you rinse this cup out for me because you're right there by the sink? Pissed. Instantly pissed. Or, oh, could you go hand me a towel because I forgot to grab it? Why the fuck would you not grab that towel? I don't know what it is about him asking me for something that triggers something in me. Like, it really pisses me off.
Male loneliness epidemic. Yeah. Do you want to know the last time a man held the door open for me? Do you want to know the last time a man wanted to see me in the daylight? Do you want to know the last time a man bought me flowers? Do you want to know the last time a man picked me up for a date? I'm sorry that I'm not jumping at the opportunity to be treated like complete fucking dog shit. I'm sorry that I'm not jumping at the opportunity to receive the bare minimum from a man. At the end of the day, I can do all those things for me, and I can do it without some man bitching and whining and moaning in my ear about it. I dated a guy one time, and he told me, well, I can't buy you flowers that much because then you're just going to expect it. And it's not going to be as special. Why isn't it just like a normal thing that you regularly do? And I also had to ask for flowers, and he never held the door open for me. The last time I was involved with a man that I wanted to date, he threatened to leak my nudes when I pissed him off, and then he gaslit me and called me crazy, and the whole time he was talking to a complete other girl. And also, I don't really feel like getting into a relationship and then immediately being pressured by society to get married, have children, start a family, because apparently that's all that women are good for in this day and age. And I've done the math. My life is just a whole lot better and easier without a man in my life dating me, because at the end of the day, I don't need to depend on them for happiness, and I'm way better off on my own. And until a man wants to treat me right, then I'm fine being single. So maybe do better.
I'm shocked because we are at the restaurant. The table here next to us, there were two couples, and they finished. Oh my god! And the two women, they left first to pay, and I saw. And I say, no, they will not pay. They will not pay. No, they are paying. They are paying for the men. And the men were just like there, just waiting. Okay, yeah, like princesses. I'm shocked. Is this okay for you? This is normal for you?
This is Yara.
Oh my God.
There's a male loneliness epidemic because men just want to have sex with you. No dating, no courting, no spending money of any kind. They just want to Netflix and chill. They just want to fuck. They just want to have sex. They do not want anything else. And then whenever you say no and you want them to put an effort and you want to actually date and not just sleep with them, then they're like, oh my god, like, I'm gonna die alone. No one wants me. No one wants to be with me. No one wants to just fucking have sex with you. I don't know why men think. Some women, obviously, I cannot speak for all women. Most women, though, they do not just care about sex. That's just not top priority for us. It's just not that great. Like, it's not that important for us. And so whenever men are just like, that's all you think about, that's all you want, it's like, it does not work that way for women. So you're gonna have to do something else. You're gonna have to bring more to the table. You're gonna have to actually think and plan and be a gentleman and actually care about the woman that you're with and not just try to have sex with her.
If he talks sexual, cut him off. If he doesn't offer to buy you food, cut him off. If he's selling you sweet nothings in your ear and there's no action behind it, cut him the fuck off. If he's inconsistent, cut it off. If he's low effort, man, cut it off. No, I don't want to hear what you were gonna do. Cut it off. Tries to dim your light or put you down in some type of way, shape, or form. Starts making fun of what you do as a career, how you look, etc. Anything that's like picking and poking at you, cut him the fuck off. He is jealous of you, and it's weird. Doesn't believe that women have anything to offer in this life and that you need to bring something to the table. Cut it off. Doesn't open the door and have basic manners or knows how to plan reservations. Cut it the fuck off, please. And just make sure when you do cut it off, don't even send a paragraph. Don't even, just silence, honestly. I know it's really hard because you just want to check them, but honestly, they're not even worth your energy. Just let them figure it out. Don't even remove them off social media either. Just like let it just disappear. Just disappear and let them see you doing well, because honestly, at that point, they don't deserve any of your energy. Going out of your way to do all this, like, no, just cut it off and literally remove him from your brain. On to the next.
Guys, there are real women out here that are using men for meals. Like women that go on dating apps and then find men to match with just so they'll take them on a date and pay for their food. Have we heard of getting a job, maybe? Did we try that first? This is like actually despicable behavior. Who does that? That's disgusting. We all saw that girl on TikTok, right? That was doing the dating series, but the dating series was just her finding men to match with on Tinder and then taking her out for food. And that's the series, is seeing how many free meals she could get in a year. I can't believe that stuff like that is actually real. Like, you guys are really out here doing that. Like, actually. And, like, you're not kidding. And it's because of women like that men have hard times trusting women in the dating field nowadays. Men don't want to go on Tinder and swipe right and match with a woman just for her to use him and then never speak to him again. Another example of some terrible things that men have to go through nowadays just to get a wife. Crazy.
I cannot believe my sister and her friends, they go, not once have they ever been... no guy has ever bought them a drink out.
Oh wait, okay, no, I think that's happened like... No, it happened with that one guy, remember?
I have been bought a drink.
But not, like, often.
It's more at the Grizzly Rose than it is.
Grizzly Rose.
I am teaching these girls, these youngins.
Cynthia, will you read this, please?
Darling, I'm trying to teach you an important lesson. No. Okay, they do not. They do not, like, guys, I guess.
Do you know?
Murphy! Guys in Denver don't buy girls drinks, and it's appalling. I just called a guy out fully.
That's why it's a
I was like,
Yeah, don't
this guy
date
asked for
Denver.
my number, and he didn't buy me a drink, and I was like, sir, if I were a man, I would buy you a drink, your sister a drink, and her...
Okay, y'all, I really want to know y'all opinion, how y'all feel about this. So, this dude asked me to come to his crib. Like, imagine I've been to his crib multiple times. And I kind of came to my senses, and I was just like, no, I don't want to come to your house anymore. Because, like, you only want to see me at your crib. You don't, like, we don't go out in public. We don't go on dates. Like, you don't take me out. We don't do none of that. Like, it's just, I only see you when I see you at your house, right? And I was just like, I'm good off that. Like, I don't want to keep doing that. Like, no. And I haven't heard from him since I told him no. Like, have not heard from him since. So, like, my question of the day is, why do y'all always want people to come to y'all crib 24/7? Why don't y'all take people out? Why don't y'all go on dates? Like, and I'm not saying you gotta take the girl to Roof Chris, but shoot, y'all can go look at the stars. Y'all can go to the movies. Y'all can go Pink. Like, it's a lot of stuff that you could do. Like, do y'all not take people on dates no more? Like, what's up with y'all just wanting to be in the house 24/7? And what?
I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud that most men don't want to hear. You guys are unattractive. You guys are actually kind of disgusting, because the way that you guys present yourself, you only care about physical and surface level things. I don't even think you guys realize how unintelligent you guys come off to a lot of healed women. You guys are not ready to do the work. You guys have no emotional bandwidth. A lot of you guys are not even making money. You cannot even sustain yourself. And if you can sustain yourself financially, you're literally usually lost in the clouds. Like, I had some guy try to talk to me, and ever since I've been decentering men, the energy has been so high and so magnetic. And I realized that this man, he works 6 days a week. He said he just started going to church, which is beautiful. Kudos to that. But at the same time, this man called me drunk before 12 p.m. thinking that I was going to be performative for him, or thinking that I was going to look for, like, exponential validation just by having a conversation with him. And I think he quickly started to realize that I'm not that girl. I'm healed. I'm not like a lot of women that you're used to. And you actually look like a fucking fool. You understand what I'm trying to say? I feel like a lot of men are really, really underdeveloped. And they try to get with women based off of surface level interactions, because that's all you guys have to fucking offer. Honestly, like, why do you think men want to have sex so much with women? That's all they have to offer. They know that if they can have sex with you early, you're hooked for life. That's what they think. And they think that you can never come up off of them because like they really believe that they're the prize. But Papa, like you actually have the bandwidth of a third grader. Like you actually are not even in a position to lead me. Like you cannot even elevate my life or make my life any better than what it was before the day that I even met your ass. So I feel like men, y'all have to stop being delusional. Just because you have muscles doesn't mean that you're automatically desirable. Just because you have good looks doesn't even make you an outstanding partner. And just because you have money doesn't mean that a lot of women are slow enough and can't comprehend the fact that that's all you have to offer. You have no fucking depth. So that's all I really have to say. And yeah, like the era of the men, like you guys are kind of going down. You guys got to do better. You really do. Like, I see why a lot of women are turning gay. I'm so sorry. But it's like, y'all bring no depth.
You probably know every sexual position that you want to twist me up in and bend me over to. But the minute we get down to the real stuff of take me on a date, let's get to know each other, your mind is blank. You have no idea where you want to go. You don't know where you want to eat at. You don't have no creative ideas. But if I was to tell you to come over tonight, I bet you knew how to twist my body from here and there. Oh, you a little freaky frog. Oh, you nasty, ain't it? Oh, okay. That's all you specialize in? Counseling is needed. Why are you this nasty? Like, let's talk about it. Something is wrong, babe.
I notice today, I don't think men don't like women no more. They beating them. They not paying for their food. They disrespecting them. They fighting them. What's up with the men today? I don't think men like women no more. I don't know, because we try and be hard, but it's crazy. Whew. I'm glad I ain't in this day and time like trying to do nothing. I'm good. I'm good.
This woman said something very controversial. I believe her name is Amira. She said basically that women are useless to men nowadays. Back in the day when men got married, women served some kind of value. She had purity, would be often loyal, she had a skill. She could mend clothes, cook lavish meals, make things from scratch. Nowadays, men can do those kind of things themselves. They don't really need women to do these things. What women bring nowadays is stress and bills. You have to pay for her lifestyle, cater to her needs, while she doesn't have to really bring anything at all. Ask her to bring something to the table is misogyny. And a lot of men agreed. They're like, I don't have anybody, but I broke up with my ex. My money went up. My stress went down. So it got me thinking, in general, what do women bring to men that doesn't add extra stress and bills to their lives? They say if a man wants to save money, he should stay single. If a woman wants to save money, she should get in a relationship. But what do you guys think?
Trying to convince me to be his girlfriend right away, and I'm like, I cannot be your girlfriend.
Can I ask you one more thing?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 29. I just turned 29.
Okay. Why people go to like why don't people go to the coffee date like instead of?
Oh no, I don't do coffee dates. I don't. First of all, like,
I mean, instead of spending too much of time with him, like go for a coffee date. If you like it, then you can go for a dinner date.
Like Instagram.
What the fuck?
Exactly. And I'm like, what you mean I can't be on Instagram? He's like, or TikTok unless you're making money from it.
Ooh.
And then he just also said
he's the first flag, basically. I mean, you cannot control.
Yeah, no, it just wasn't for me. And he is Christian, but said he's not religious, so I don't understand what that means.
So basically, the thing is, he's like, I'm a Hindu.